Happy Sunday, everyone. Hey, I'm Clayton Allen, host of the Day Trading Plumber and founder at Allen FX. So, if you're new to this channel, every Sunday I go through all 28 currency pairs of the Forex markets. No exotics. Sorry, maybe I'll throw in the peso once in a while. But we go through, we plot support and resistance on the daily time frame, and we use those points for high probability of a turn or a breakthrough, and doesn't necessarily mean we just throw a trade in. If you want more information exactly when I trade, or you want to copy my trades, I have links in the show notes below where you can join my Telegram group and get the exact moment when I take these trades on my own live accounts, and much more. Matt and I are doing some crazy things. We're going to be doing a free training every quarter in there, a newsletter each week with some fundamental and technical trainings segments in it. Lots of good stuff. And I just want to wish everyone a happy Easter. And, you know, with this COVID-19 mess going on, it's just been an awkward year for all of us. And my heart goes out to you guys. And, you know, what better time to learn how to trade, right? And if you guys are wanting to get on the list of my upcoming series of courses to get a good discount, go to www.allenfx.com and fill out the form, and you will be notified when these classes are going to be ready to start. I'm hoping to get the first couple rounds of them done in here early May. Now that everyone's at home, it's been a little difficult with kids and wife and dogs, but hey, it's just part of the game. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into the charts. Let's see what we got going on. All right. So those of you that know or been with me long enough, I use TradingView charts for charting. It's free. It's fun. Go get it. Yay. All right, let's start from bottom up. So USDJPY. Bum. All right. Let's go to our daily chart. All right. So we are you can kind of see this support level, this resistance level, but with this massive breakthrough. But that's what we're identifying there. This is our prediction arrow from midweek. I still like it down. I like it down to that pivot. And then we're going to see what happens at this pivot level. It's a little risky. Here, let me get this arrow out of the way. I want to do a little bit deeper. If we throw a Fibonacci on this impulse move, you can see price hit the halfway point and kind of shot back up. So on a smaller time frame here, it looks like we might get an extension upward. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my prediction. Why not? If we get a push up to this red zone, I will be a seller. Or if we continue down to this area, I'll be a buyer. But I don't necessarily think I'm going to take a trade of where we're sitting at right now. So I'm going to leave that one. Oh, wait. We're on the bottom. Going to leave that one orange. Not a good trade where we're at. USDCHF. I kind of expect it to do the same. If we throw a Fibonacci on this swing low to swing high, you can see price stopped right at the 0.5 halfway point, which is a good turnaround point. So in theory, we should get a springboard back up to the top. That's not a bad trade either. You know, fundamentally, you're betting on both of those that the dollar gets a little bit stronger. I think we have a better chance here on the dollar Swiss franc than we do the dollar yen, only because historically the yen is a safe haven. Same with Swiss franc, but not as much as the yen. And I think the dollar's going to start paying its tax for all of the stimulus funds just getting printed. So, you know, not a bad trade from here, but I like it if we get back up here to see what it does before I'm going to enter. Especially on a holiday week like this, you know, out of the gate, it's going to be a little iffy. All right, so U.S. dollar CAD again, but we're looking bullish dollar. Definitely on this pair. You know, the oil got settled a little bit, so we're just at a very pivotal moment in price. So I like it long from here. However, to be a little bit safer, you may wait for this trend line break on a smaller time frame or even this daily time frame. Let's just go ahead and put a trend line in there. I know some of you are like, you didn't draw it right. Oh well, whatever. If you get a break of this trend line, it's a for sure buy. I like it up to this bearish zone. I like to take my trades, if you guys watch me long enough, for the backside here. Right when it's trying to tell you you're wrong. And then by the time it breaks this trend line, you're in decent profit. And you may even just take your profit, because if it bounces off of it, and it could be that now it's time it's going to continue down. Yeah, I like this one. I'm going to turn it red because we are in our zone. Okay, NZD USD. So, you remember, guys, how on the USD CHF, USD JPY, how we did a Fibonacci from the swing low to swing high, hit the halfway, then it probability is going to zero. Well, look at this, right? This did exactly that. I was predicting the 618 a little bit deeper, and look, we missed that trade. So now what is happening? I think here, let me just get some of this noise out of the way. But this is a perfect example of how that Fibonacci retracement tool works, and it worked perfectly here. And right now, the $2 yen, dollar Swiss franc are sitting just like this. So you would get this push, just to let you guys know. All right, so now what do? We have the thing. It broke zero, meaning it came back to zero. And now we're starting to see some bearish action. So we could put a little Fibonacci on that swing low to swing high and predict we're going to go to there. Which, on a daily chart, this is not that bad of a pullback, guys. So that's what I'm going to predict. We're going to get a pullback and maybe back up to that pivot level this week. I know it's getting a little messy, but that's what I think we're going to get. This very well could push a little bit further, and then you get the pullback. But we're starting to see the price action. But remember, guys, that price action was on a Friday, a holiday, a bank holiday, and, you know, price is going to do some weird stuff. So how much do you think that candle's really worth with it being a junk trade day? I don't know. So it may double top and we just get a good pull back down. But I'm gonna move my alert and then, you know, look right where that is, the pivot, right? So I think we're gonna get a break to that pivot. It's gonna bounce off the halfway fib line, and then we're gonna get that push. NZD/JPY looks exactly like the dollar. So let's just say we're going to come back down to this pivot. I don't know why I'm bearish right there. Yeah, let's go right there where this old red line is. So I think we're going to come down there. Not a bad place to sell. I'll be a buyer off that pivot. And then I like it up to our bearish zone. NZD/CHF. Oh, we're right into our bearish zone. You can see that we're starting to get a pin bar-ish candle. That's S2, the former S2. So we could get this level, show resistance again. I want to check this swing high to swing low. Yeah, it's a halfway point, people. So I think what we got here is might get a little bit more stretch, but we're going to get some sort of continuation down, some sort of double bottom in this bearish zone. So we're going to turn this one red because it's time to trade. It's really close to this bearish zone, and we're really close to needing to put the trade on. All right, NZD CAD. Ooh, so this is obviously our Sunday. Sorry, guys, I keep yawning. This was our Sunday prediction. We got almost a spike down to there, and then we didn't quite get up to our bearish zone yet. I don't want. Let's see where it did it turn. Turned in a pretty good spot. I'd say if we get another push up there, I'll take the trade. Or if I drop down to, say, an hourly chart and I get a trend line break, let's just draw that in. If we get a break of this trend line, we might sell it from there. I like it. I like it. So if we get a push or a break, then I like this. Let's get rid of this prediction arrow. And draw a new one from right where price is at. So if we get a break, I like it here. If we get another push up, I definitely like it from up there. This one I'm going to turn red because it's really close. GBPUSD. Okay, are we going to double top? Are we going to double top, people? Let's do some swing high to swing low. We're right at the 618. We've now double topped the 618. I like this. I like it all the way back to 0. Matter of fact, this one is going red. And I am going to select this one. So I'm doing a new thing. I'm doing a new thing, you guys. I'm gonna, in my free Telegram channel, in my free one, I'm gonna pick the 3 best. I'm gonna pick the 3 best looking trades for the week, and I'm gonna post a picture and why I think they're the best, and a video, and all of the trade levels I put on, and we're gonna track it all week and see how they do each week right there in the free channel to get people who've never heard of Forex or people who've never traded before. You know, they're going to get 3 good, solid trade analysis with a trade in it that we're going to start tracking the results of those, kind of like they do on the football networks where they make the anchors pick all of the games and who's the best picker. But that's what we're going to do. I like this British pound USD trade as one of them. So I'm going to turn this a different color so I remember. Let's go purple. Why not? GBPUSD. All right. So we're kind of in no man's land here. You know, look at that spike. Usually when I see something like that in an upward trend like we see, price is eventually going to get here. So, you know, playing off that move, I like this better. If we get if price pulls back down to this zone, that's where I'm a buyer, and I'm going to, you know, hold till we get up to there. But if we come back up and we're flirting with this bearish zone, I'm not going to be much of a seller from here. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and move this up to that. Yeah. British pound JPY. We're not quite up to the 618 yet, guys, in this swing high to swing low. We did kind of double top right here on this halfway point. And I know last week we hit a short on this pair right there. We did get it because remember, these are daily candles, so that's quite a bit of pips. We did get some profit out of it. I wanted to hold it longer, but I didn't. Thank God, and just took it and ran. But I think now that we broke the halfway, we're coming all the way up to this 618. So I think price will creep up to there, and then that's where we want to be a seller again. This is where we want to be a seller. I don't know what happened to my bullish or bearish writing. I'll have to find it. I switched colors, so it's probably still in black somewhere. So this one, orange. Okay, GBPCHF. Wow, look at what we're seeing, guys. We're right in the midway, mid between halfway and 618. I think we'll probably, let's wait for a higher probable trade. I think we'll creep up to that 618, just like in the last British pound pair. And that's where we really want to be a seller from. British pound, CAD, same thing here. I think we're going to creep up. I'm not a seller or buyer until we get in one of these zones, but I think price is going to creep up, and we're going to get a bearish trade later. Sorry about that. British pound, AUD. All right, so I like where we're sitting right now. So I think what we want to do, guys, is wait for this to come back down, stretch almost right where it's still at, and then look bearish. And I want to make sure we catch this trade. So I'm going to turn it red. And, you know, it's a little riskier than some of these other looks I looked at. I may want to look at this as the trade of the week. No, I don't have two British pound trades. Sorry, bad idea. EURJPY. All right, so looks like we had an actual trade on here, and it's already in profit. I still like this puppy long as well this week. So looks like we planted that seed pretty good, and now we're still long. So this is exactly how I still see it. So I'm going to turn this one green because we're in the trade. Euro US dollar. All right, so we had a good bullish bullish bounce off our bullish zone here. I love this pair, at least back to the pivot. Then we're going to see what it does. We're starting to get lower highs and lower lows. So we're starting to create a little bit of a wedge here, guys. Here's how. That's pretty sharp. And sharp. So we got a little bit of a wedge thing going on. So we're going to get a solid breakout. So what we could do is, if we're kind of bullish bias, wait for this breakout of this wedge. That's when we take the buy trade and wait for, see if we get pushed all the way back up to this bearish zone, which I kind of like the euro getting stronger against the dollar this week. I think the dollar just still has some taxes to be paid for all of this stimulus. But everyone else is doing it too. So just what a mess fundamentally. All right, so price is either going to bounce right here where we're at, or it's going to kick us in the balls and just keep coming down and not respect where it's supposed to go technically. So here's a Fibonacci to swing low to, oh, here, there we go. We're right at the we broke the 618. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to zero, coming all the way back down, because look, we had this little stretch here, but we are in prime time, so we need to turn this red, and the decision is going to be made whether we get a good bounce back up or we are going to break that, and then now we have a new bearish level to sell from. That one's red. EURJPY. So I got, looks like we stopped right on the pivot. So here's a great example of where price veered away from the pivot and raced back to the pivot and stalled out there last week. I don't know. I'm going to wait for price action to tell me, but if we break up, I like that as the level. If we start to see some bearish, I would definitely be a seller back down to this bullish zone. Possibly look for this big stretch past it. But I kind of like it. If I had to trade this pair, I like the short better than the long, just because we're clearly respecting it, and I like the JPY getting a little bit stronger fundamentally this week. Euro British Pound, you can see we had a really good trade on this last week, and I still like it long, guys. I like it long. We've double bottomed. I think it's time for this thing to go full bore. Matter of fact, oh man, it's British Pound. I was going to make this one of our trades of the week. It's right at the 618. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. We're going to make this one of our trades of the week, and I'll do a separate video for that, detailing it. The price is out. But I like it long. I like it long up to this pivot. For sure, we could put a pretty tight stop loss on this puppy, and that, you know, it's a good trade. Okay, Euro Swiss franc. So we didn't quite get a push all the way down to our alert yet, so that's why we are not in this trade. But did we miss it? Maybe. So if we don't get a push down, I probably won't get in this trade. I'll just chalk it up as one I missed. We're coming off this divergence. We had this pull. We didn't quite double bottom. That's what I was looking for. But, you know, we have all this strong support here. Now we're starting to see it pull up. But I'm going to leave it alone just in case we get that double bottom push, trick all these bulls out, close them out for a loss, and then we go where we think it's going to go. Euro AUD. So here's a trade I got tricked on, and now I got a little bit of a drawdown on. So I played off this 618, and it broke. Now, guys, here's what I expect price to do. I'm expecting it somewhere close to here to at least retest this this support, which it's all it is was a fib retracement support. There's really nothing else other than these former resistance spikes there telling us that it was a valid level. And I'm going to wait for that retest, get out of my long trade on here that you can see right here. There's my long trade, right? I want to get out as cheaply as possible, and then I think I want to reverse. I want to reverse my trade, and I like it short. I mean, we're gonna get some sort of pull. Now if we do a Fibonacci from swing high to swing low, that where we're sitting right now isn't even a pull all the way back up to the 213. So we're kind of in no man's land here. So I'm probably more likely going to go through a little bit more drawdown, and we might get that pull all the way back up. Man, there's a lot of arrows. A lot of things have to happen. All right, guys, but that's what I think is going to happen. I think price is going to continue down. Then we're going to get a decent pullback. I hope the pullback happens right now. You know, because the deeper it goes, the less likelihood it's going to come back all the way up. But we'll see. Okay, Swiss franc JPY. Okay, because we passed that pivot, I still like this pair. I like this pair to go long from where we're sitting. And I will be a seller from up here. So I don't really need to worry about that. CAD, JPY. Okay, so we shot back to the pivot. I have our alert all the way up here. I'm going to put it right there again. Just in case it comes back up, I want to grab this sell trade. I'm worried we may have missed it right on that, but maybe not. Maybe we'll get a push back up, and then we'll get alert, and we'll be able to take it from the right place. But I do think price is going to either come straight down from here, or we'll get that push back up. Just to piss off everyone that's already in a short trade. CAD Swiss franc. Okay, you can see this is a trade. I like it. I still like it. TP1, TP2. This is going to be my third trade of the week. And Australian dollar, US dollar. All right, so our bear zone, we were looking for double top. Screw you, it said. So now I kind of like where we're sitting right now. And I would be bearish again. Sorry, guys. Let me get rid of some of this noise. Okay. Let's see if we start to go bearish right there. Yeah, I have my bullish in the right spot. Okay. So, it's not a trade yet. It's not a trade yet. But I'm going to wait to see, I start to see bearish action. Then I'm going to look for that pullback and bounce up. Because I think we're going to get some good bullish move off this pair for quite some time. At least up to this level. This former support. As you can see, we hit it and dropped. So as far as prediction arrow, I think we're going to get into this area, this bearish zone. I'm going to make a little bigger. We're going to get a retest of that former top. I know I made that a little stretched out. And then I'm going to make this a little bigger. Somewhere in here, we're going to get this pull back down to this former top. And then I want to buy from here. Let's put right there. All right. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. So we broke our bearish zone. I'm not necessarily bearish again until up here. So let's get rid of that. Then I'll be a seller. That's pretty aggressive though, guys. Like I said, Australian dollar's just been getting beat up and it's been severely devalued. So it might be on its comeback. Its comeback tour. Australian dollar JPY, same thing, man. I mean, the Australian dollar just found some strength last week. So, especially against JPY, I like it going short again. I'd be a buyer if we retest this top. So, that's what I'm going to wait for. Some sort of pullback. Get rid of this old one. Some sort of pullback. And then we'll be a buyer off of there. If this thing just shoots to the moon, we'll look for that pullback to trade off of. But right now, I'm going to wait for the pullback. If it's in one of these zones, then I'll be a buyer. Australian dollar Swiss franc. So you can see we took this trade last week on this bearish zone, which is on one of these perfect Fibonacci's retracement levels. I'm sure of it. But now we're sitting right at S2, and I don't necessarily have a stop loss on this trade. So I got a little bit of work to do. So I'm hoping we do get that pull, and I'm able to get out of this trade and move on. So, biasly, I'm hoping we're going to get a retest of what our former bearish level is. I'll get out, then we'll assess what's going on there. Australian dollar CAD. I think we're right. We broke through. If you guys look, our prediction arrows from last week, I was predicting we would have got to this level, go bearish, and guess what? It didn't. So I like that level there. Bam. That's where I'll be a seller from. If we continue up, I'll be a seller from up there. All right, guys. I know it was pretty rough Sunday setups, but happy Easter. And as always, if you guys got any questions or comments, throw them in the comments section below. I love hearing from you guys. And don't forget to hit subscribe. I'm doing a midweek review. So we'll go over all these predictions we're making here on Sunday. We'll see how we're doing midweek, and we'll also check into our own accounts and see how we're doing. If we need to ramp up and try to end the week on a positive note. All right, guys, don't forget to hit like and follow. Catch me on TradingView. Catch me on Twitter, wherever. If you like it here, just on YouTube, awesome. All right, guys. Love every one of you. Have a great Easter. And let's go make some money this week. And hopefully you're being safe. Over and out.